Hey, y'all. Hey, everyone.
Hey.
Hey. Hola.
Everybody look nice. Look, everybody glowing.
And we're all wearing glasses. The glasses crew.
I know. This was not a coordinated effort, by the way. So everyone, welcome back to the All About the Tea channel. I'm your girl, Monica, along with my fabulous co-host, tax expert and former Married to Medicine star, Buffie Purselle. TikTok sensation and publicist, Amir Yes.
Oh, wait.
I don't know what
And the man with the master plan, YouTube extraordinaire, Mr. DJ Richie Sky. Oh my God, we missed y'all so much. Okay, y'all. So today we are recapping the Real Housewives of Potomac. Ashley shocks Gizelle and Robyn with the news that she wrote a witness statement in defense of Monique. And the girls are not having it. All right. Let's get into it.
A website called All About the Tea.
She told All About the Tea that during the fight,
Monique Samuels will be with us shortly. She's running a little late, but she should be here. But we're going to go ahead and get started. All right, let's start. The episode basically picks up where we left off. Karen reading Giselle about, her boyfriend, ex-husband, passed a holy whore hiding in her phone. And, Giselle is she's so embarrassed, right? She wasn't expecting Karen to call her out. And she's like, no, she swears he's just a busy man. Look at that face.
And that ponytail, honey. It don't matter.
Ooh, we gonna get into that ponytail.
Oh, her fashion is getting worse and worse. It's like she doubled down. We all made fun of her, and she was like, I'm just going to get worse. I don't understand that.
Right? Oh, my goodness. You need to give her a call in there. It's like, do you also do styling? Do you stylist to the stars? I mean, I'm pretty sure you can help her.
Please do.
Honey, I'll do anything for a coin. I'll do anything that's not illegal for a coin.
I know that's right. Specify that part. Yep. It's called being grown.
Yes, exactly. Buffy gets it. Buffy knows. We're on the same page.
You're on the same page. So Giselle says he's always traveling and make lights of Karen's drinking problem. Okay, she keeps emphasizing Karen has this drinking problem. So if you didn't know, now you know, according to Giselle and Robyn too, later in the episode. So that conversation pivots and Karen brings up the fact that Giselle's Instagram stories, she was walking in front of a jewelry store and then she mentions Juan. She goes, perhaps Juan is going to buy the ring. Karen doesn't know the secret, so she's inadvertently letting the beans, out the bag. Ashley then leads the ladies to their first excursion. They're doing this toboggan ride. Is that what it's called? A toboggan?
Yeah, it's so cute. Yeah.
Have you done that before, Buffy?
No, but I totally would. I'm all about new fun adventures. It looks so much fun.
They did until they was in the traffic.
So they were about to get hit by that Mercedes or Beamer, whatever it was.
How are you guys?
Hello.
Helen, how are you with that smile?
Great.
Beautiful.
Wonderful.
Yes, red lip.
Hey.
Well, after their near-death experience, right, they venture off into the market. And I just love culture, tasting all the fruits. Have you ever had fresh passion fruit?
No.
Yes.
It is the bomb.
Perfect.
I've had a passion fruit margarita.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
It's delicious.
It is so good. But Giselle's ill-cultured ass is like, ugh, I don't want to touch
Yes,
it.
thank you. Ooh, stay home if you want to go to McDonald's every damn day. Lord.
Thank you. If you want an apple, just stay home. It's like, girl, you're in another country. Show some, coup about yourself.
Right.
Totally. You're making Americans look bad. You're making us look bad abroad, not eating the fruit.
Wearing that ponytail.
Oh my goodness.
Try to do a real ponytail, please. Please talk to her because that's a ponytail.
Look at that. Look at that. What the hell is that thing?
Come on, Buff.
Growing on the back of her head.
That's worse than Brandy Glanville's ponytail.
Yeah.
Oh,
Ooh, you never lied. Yep.
stepped up. Mm-hmm. Moved it to that rank because that's
Totally.
a hot
It's
mess.
My Little Pony. It's My Little Pony.
Pony.
Child.
Oh, crazy.
Mm-hmm. So while at the market, Giselle pulls Karen aside to chastise her for nearly spilling the beans about Juan's engagement surprise, right? Then we cut to Giselle plotting to initiate the new girl on the block, Wendy. Giselle explains to Ashley that she's got a few pranks up her sleeve involving putting some fake snakes and spiders in Wendy's bed or whatever. I was just shocked that this episode, Wendy did not one time mention her degrees. So kudos to her. Can we clap it up? Can we clap it up for her?
Hey, can I just say this, Monica? I know by next episode I'm not, but I like Wendy because she likes to get turned up. Like she's all about the shots and the cocktails. I was like, this is the Wendy I like.
She was drinking. That was fine.
Wow.
It was fun.
Look at her
It
now.
was fun.
She was more subdued, more relaxed. I was like, yes, whatever that is, please bring it back. So I liked her this episode. Comment in the chat. Did you like Wendy this episode?
So shady. What a shady poll.
We gotta vote every episode. It changes, Like Monica, let the win.
Can I ask you all a question? Maybe I'm not much of a drinker, but when Wendy ordered a pina colada, how come it wasn't slushy? It was like watery. Do pina coladas come watery as well?
I haven't seen it like that.
Never seen one of those.
I haven't. Usually it's like white looking, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. Like slushy. It was almost kind of looked like pineapple juice. And she was so turned up in her robe, she didn't even care, but it made me laugh.
I was here for it.
Yeah. So the ladies meet for dinner, and Candice makes a shocking revelation when she declares that since the fight, she's now ready to have a baby, right? And her side of the table are like, "Oh, that's so cute." But Karen's side of the table, Wendy had this face like, "Girl, what is you talking about?" And Karen had this face. It was something similar to that.
I love that is my favorite Karen face when she's literally biting her tongue.
Had that face. But Candice was so overwhelmed with emotion, she broke out the tissue squares.
How did she find those in Portugal? Good for her.
She created it.
Wendy folded it for her. You peeped that shade when Wendy was like, "Here, let me do this
let me
for
fold
you."
it.
I did. I sure did. That was funny.
Oh my
So
God.
she is ready to have a baby.
Oh, Buffy did it nice, honey. Yes, Buffy.
Let me see, Buffy. Let me see again.
There you go. There you have it. There you got it down pat.
Buffy, I love it.
So what is it about getting dragged and getting hit upside the head that now made her realize she wants to be a mother? What is it?
Girl, she got
It's
knocked
called
out.
securing my check for next year.
That part, right?
I'm ready now. I'm ready.
It worked for Ashley.
Right.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
The goat
yeah.
of all goats, Ashley.
There's the formula.
Right.
Mhm, mhm.
Bravo, love of
That
day
part-
one.
Oh yeah. Chris got to get a job though, because I don't think Mama gonna take care of Chris, his 3 other kids, plus a new child and Candice. That's like 6 kids, right? She got to take care of Miss Dorothy. That's a lot.
Oh, that's a lot.
Other kids.
And psychiatrists make good money, but they don't make that good of their money. And I would know I'm married to one. That's a lot of people to take care of.
That's a lot. That's a village.
A lot of people.
That's a lot. That is a whole lot on her plate.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Jade said Candice. I haven't heard that. That's funny.
Somebody said her next cry for attention. Could be. Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
Goodness. 2 babies in one house. Chris got his work cut out for him.
Girl,
That's what I feel for is Chris.
Oh, yeah. So while everyone is like, the others are relishing in Candice's news, Ashley is feeling some type of way and calls Candice out for her disgusting behavior towards her while she was going through her miscarriage, Yeah. And once again, Ashley has an issue with apologizing. She just can't apologize.
Oh my God. I was literally screaming at the television, like, just say I'm sorry.
She can't do it. She can't do it. Let's all chime in on that. Buffy, what are your thoughts?
I mean, if you come for me when I'm actively trying to have a child, which I've been through this, obviously.
Oh, yes.
And have these bras be evil to you, and then whether Michael was acting or not, keep your mouth all the way shut about some stuff. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I might have been holding on to that a bit. That's some issue you don't get over with in 5 minutes. In terms of Ashley and her relationship with Candice. So, I was here for it. I was here for Ashley speaking her truth. Everybody else speaking their truths or half truths or made up truths. I'm going to get my check truths. So let Ashley be real. She was being real. She was like, man, I'm pissed. You caused all this drama when I was really having a baby, trying to have a baby, and then had the baby. And that was good shade.
Oh, yeah. Richie, what are your thoughts?
I think what Ashley did was something that a lot of us don't do in real life. And that is when we still have an issue, sometimes we just don't say anything because we're just trying to get along. And I really have to commend her for just being like, I'm not over it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think that's healthy. Just looking at it from like a realistic perspective.
It is.
Absolutely. Monique, your thoughts?
Yeah, I agree with you guys so much. That was very hurtful what you did. And mind you, I didn't even like Ashley that season. So even for me to be like, that's messed up, especially that season, I love Ashley now. That's my girl now. But that says a lot. There's certain lines you just don't cross at all. And Candice, thanks, Jade, crosses every single line that you can possibly cross.
Yeah, exactly. Amir, your thoughts?
Yeah, I totally piggyback off of what everyone said. I agree. But I think it's funny because a lot of times with this stuff, we tell people to let it go. But sometimes you're not ready to let it go. And I think I love that Ashley spoke up. And Candice needs to be held accountable. And I love that later Karen was like, sometimes you have to stop talking. Like you keep going and you kind of dig your own grave. So I love that she is kind of listening to what Karen is saying, I hope.
Absolutely. I will say this about Ashley. She comes off as very genuine, and she's not going to fake the funk and go along to get along on this trip just because, she's feeling some type of way. There's a lot of pent up emotion from the things that Candice have said about her that would and they flashed it all on the screen, right? The producers are I wouldn't even call it shady. It was a reminder.
They need to remind people.
Roach, disgusting. I mean, it goes
concubine.
on.
Yeah, concubine, that was next level.
And like you married to a white man too. What you doing, girl? Like really? You in an interracial marriage too, and you got the nerve to call somebody a damn bed wench? Like several people.
That was just bizarre. It was like, where are you going with this? Because you're in the same boat. Y'all
I didn't even know what a bed wench was.
Well, they ain't in the same boat because one of them actually got some money and the other one don't.
Oh yeah, thanks for the reminder. Yeah, one's rich, one's
probably didn't know because I don't have 4 degrees, but I didn't know.
I knew because
I had to
think
look it up, too.
Young people like yourself, Richie, you probably wouldn't know. That's not a term that's commonly used, right? It's something you probably heard back in the 70s or maybe in the 60s. Even I would say back in the 60s, yeah, right?
Oh, I've heard it ever since I've been on television and folk found out I was married to a white man.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
Buffy?
Yes.
By your cast members, Buffy?
By everybody. Child, I've heard people holler at me in the street if Dave and I are kissing.
Wow.
I live in Georgia, honey. Let's just keep it real.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah, that's right. You in the
And for another Black woman who's in an interracial marriage to say that.
Right.
I cannot with her.
Yeah.
Yeah. Extremely derogatory.
Yep.
And you know, she's Black, so I wouldn't say it's racist.
She's nasty and evil.
Yeah, here you go. Thank you. To sum it up. All right, let's go ahead and
sum it up. She's messy and evil.
She is, to sum it up. Yeah. I like the way you put that in a nice, cute bow, tied up. Let's go ahead and check on our folks. Let's get the roll call going. Let's see who's on the live today. Okay, y'all. Buffy, my engineer guy that came up with that rap, he's been a little sick, but I promise you, I promise you, girl, by next week, you will be included. The song's going to be amended and you will be included in the song.
Yay!
Yes.
I have arrived, honey. Thank you.
By the way, speaking of Buffy, before I do this roll call, did y'all check out her live on Sunday? Credit Repair. That was so good.
Thank you. We got to do it again. We had so many questions. It was great.
She had a tax attorney on there, Bryant Palmer.
Trial attorney, who works
he was great. I mean, it was good. You definitely have to go over to Buffy's channel, subscribe. I'm telling you, she's filling gems for free. All right, so we got Sunshine on the live. Cooch Lacreen. Hey, Cooch Lacreen.
For your name, girl.
That's creative right there.
Miss New Orleans 5, Unique, Trillis King. Hey, Trill King. Jade, Philly Diva, CC Freak, Michelle, Cutie Pie. Hey, Cutie Pie. Miss Kaiser Sose. I love that name. That's one of my favorite movies. Nasifa. Hey, Nasifa. Shop Savita. Cynthia, Alana, She, Social Enigma, Cheryl Buckingham. I can't pronounce it. Thick Girl 40, Monique Clark. My Opinion Counts, My Opinion Not Yours, Miss Leah, Classy K, Miss M. Austin, Soul, Oval, Comedian, Letitia, Pretty Miss G, Heidi Black, Jamal, all the moderators, Dalvin. Thank y'all so much for joining us today. We are so happy to be here going over the mess. Okay,
Monica, can I be hood and ask you a favor?
Yes, ma'am.
Will you say hi to my mom, everybody? She's watching, but doesn't know how to do all that. Her name is Wendy.
What up, Mom?
Hey, Mama Buffy.
My dad put it to YouTube on her TV, so now it notifies me.
Hugs and kisses to you, Mama Buffy. How are you?
We love your daughter.
Oh my God, love is an understatement.
Love her so much.
She is a bomb.
I love you all too.
She's cute too. Oh my goodness. So let's get back to that dinner with Ashley reading Candice for filth, putting her in her place, letting her know, look, you're not going to get off that easy. We need to address this stuff, right? So after, the tears and blah, 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 and Candice not apologizing, Ashley tears into her behind about, when she and Michael were trying to start a family and she miscarried. Candice wasn't very sympathetic. In fact, she was downright nasty, even accusing the couple of fake crying about their miscarriage at Monique's event. Yeah. Ashley admits that she's holding on to things, and the Eyed Bandits start working overtime in an effort to defend their pet project, aka Candice.
Where did this come from? I'm so confused why they are defending this person. I don't. Where did this come from?
It's clear as day to me.
Easy.
It's clear, right?
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah.
to me, as long as they keep Candice there and in the forefront, then they don't have to do any of the heavy lifting on this show to keep it drama filled.
Okay, you're right.
It's a chess play. You are so right. You're so right.
I actually have another take on it too. That's part of it. I think part of their equation or their math in their head, let's keep this unit right here tight. We all, create a strong front. We all get along and we all ban against Monique and we get Monique kicked off too. So that's another, they have a double agenda.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
If they're nice enough to Ashley and Karen, hopefully they can pull them over to their side and see their light.
Not gonna happen.
Yeah. So Ashley admits that she's holding on to things. You know what strikes me though? Ashley brought up a good point about Candice's vicious social media behavior and how she, bashed everyone for the world to see. Everybody saw it. But of course, the Green Eyed Bandits, especially Robyn, she's like, oh, she's so dismissive of it. Citing Candice's behavior as a character flaw. Like a character flaw? Really?
A character flaw is not putting down the toilet, honey, when you use it. It's not like dragging people online.
Right.
Yeah. Or brandishing a butter knife in someone's face. Like, that's not a character flaw.
And Candice was mad about that. She was like, thanks, Robyn. Girl.
I'm like, girl, like
That was a very light, light assessment. All right.
Very lovely.
Oh yeah.
And why is everyone so shocked? We go on these group trips to kind of hash things out. Every season, every franchise. There's never been a trip where everyone goes and they go jet skiing, see some dolphins, and go home. It never works out.
No.
So I don't know why they're so.
It doesn't happen in real life either with these girls.
Exactly. So Karen opens up about, her and Ray making, having their issues, their marital issues, and Ray finally acknowledging Karen paying his taxes off. And the two of them going to counseling and seeking help and stuff. And Giselle's ears are perked up, like, ooh, everyone's crying. You see how attentive she was? Yes. Everyone, her and Robyn were like, tell us more. Yeah. Yep. Let's sound off on that. Thoughts, Buffy?
Giselle's a hater. Everybody should be happy for her. That's great. I mean, he's old school, clearly. It was difficult for him to have his wife take care of his business affairs and for him to get to a place where he could admit he was thankful for what she'd done and support him and let her be seen the way she wanted to be seen. She should have been there for that moment instead of being messy as hell, always trying to get some tea on somebody else.
Right. Exactly. Richie, your thoughts?
As a viewer of the show, I was happy to see Karen be able to be transparent with the other ladies, but honestly, they don't deserve it, especially not the ones sitting on the opposite side of the table, Giselle and Robyn, because just as soon as she's opening herself up to them, it's in the next couple of scenes that they're going to be trashing her for even doing so. And then they wonder why she doesn't want to open up to them. It's because every time she does, they take it and they use it against her. Then they want her to drink because they know she's going to spill some tea. But then they're going to say, we can't trust you when you drink. So it's a double-edged sword, and she's not going to win regardless with those two.
Yes. Very good points. Yep. Monique?
So I'm going to hold off to talk about Robyn because I was so disgusted with her this episode. I'm going to wait for you to bring that up later.
God, me too.
You know what I'm talking about? So I'm going to hold on on that.
Yeah.
To me, the two women who are the most miserable, who are in the most toxic relationships with men who are not into them, settling, for them to have any type of opinion on Karen and her marriage her marriage, as she said last season, is an institution, honey.
And it is.
If you are married for the right reason, you will hold your man up and keep him going when he is down, and vice versa. So they can learn a thing or two from Karen. And the level of disrespect that those women show, I'm gonna hold on. I'm gonna wait for you to bring it up. But I was disgusted, and I'm getting pissed right now. Like, you would think that was my own marriage. You don't do some stuff like that.
Yeah,
you doesn't owe them nothing.
Nope.
Exactly. Yep. Amir, absolutely. Monique, I totally agree. Amir.
I'm so upset they keep bringing up the whole sex thing, because this idea that love is sex and sex is love is so outdated. And they're adults. They're adult women in relationships. How do they not understand the difference? And they keep talking about whether or not she's having sex with you doesn't matter. Sometimes you get to a place where you have companionship. Even though I'm in my 30s, I've had relationships where maybe we didn't have sex every day or went like a month or two, and you still had companionship and love and attentiveness and cuddling and other stuff. Like, I just don't understand why they keep bringing this up. And Karen doesn't like his dick. I mean, you're being so rude and derogatory, and it's not even funny anymore. And then Giselle likes to tack on I feel so sorry for her at the end of such nasty statements. Like, you don't feel sorry for her. You don't.
Like, Amir, you figured it out. It's because they don't have that in their relationships. They don't have the cuddling. They don't have the just looking at each other and gazing each other's eyes. They don't have the just kissing. They don't have that level of intimacy. All they know is everybody in Atlanta is on some Pastor Holy Horse dick. And so they don't understand.
That part, Buffy, you better say it again.
They don't get it.
Right. That's absolutely true. And you know what? I mean, Karen can do no wrong amongst this group of women, to be honest with you. They just don't like her. Yeah. So no matter how much or how little she shares, they're going to find some faults in it. Like Richie said, Karen, why aren't you drinking? Loosen up, have a few drinks. She drinks. She gets drunk or whatever, they're talking about it. She's a drunk. You know, everybody drinks every now and then and gets drunk. It doesn't mean you're a drunk.
Right.
But they're going to place
those
labels on her. Yeah.
Exactly.
Exactly.
Ain't none of them a psychiatrist, so be quiet.
Exactly.
None of them
be diagnosing anyone.
Right.
But they just don't like Karen, and they definitely hate Karen's glow up. They can see it. They can feel it. They hate the fact that Karen paid off race taxes, and at the same time, Robyn owes the IRS $90K. Why isn't that
where's the T-shirt for Robyn and Juan? Where's that T-shirt?
But guess what? Guess what? Juan said, I ain't paying that. Now, let's look at these two relationships, shall we?
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Karen is willing to hold her man down. It wasn't her responsibility because it was his business
taxes. Right.
Then this is Robyn's personal taxes.
Right.
And the man that is about to marry you is not even going to help you with this $90K.
Yeah, he said those are your taxes. They ain't my taxes. He made it very clear.
You don't need to be talking about nobody's relationship.
Correct. Say that part again, okay?
Say it again, Richie. All right.
Amen.
Toxic relationships. I mean, Giselle's with a man that won't even barely speak to her on national television. I mean, and Juan, whenever there's a scene with him and Robyn, he looks so disinterested and like why am I here?
Yeah,
I know.
And tired. He looks tired of her bullshit.
Yes, he does.
Yeah. He looks at her like an old wig or something, you know, he's not attracted to her at all. We all saw it in that scene in the bar. It was just like, ooh, girl, stop.
What are you doing, girl? Right.
He was a little over her. I have a question for y'all. Do you think that, listen, I love Karen on the show, but I feel like Bethany, the way Bethany left, I think it's time for Karen to go and have that full glow up. Karen could be an A-list star, and I feel like this show is holding her back. I think that she could really be like at the Met Gala with she could just be with Rihanna on a yacht, honey. She doesn't need these ladies. Like, she should pull a Bethany and get out. That's what I think.
But the show would suck without Karen.
Yeah, I need Karen. I live for the Grand Dame and just the, Black excellence and the just pageantry of it all. I would hate to lose her. Yeah.
No, don't get me wrong. I love her. I don't want her to leave, but I just feel like sometimes they end up making her kind of get in the dirt with them. And it just bums me out because I feel like she's so classy. She's so grand dame. And I just don't love when they're like, oh, she was so drunk at a party and she doesn't like raise dick. I'm like, you're just like, don't talk about her. Like, she's so fabulous. It just, I guess for me, I get kind of emotionally invested. Like Monique, we both are like angry. Like I was angry.
Well, you know, it benefits them when Karen drinks. You know what I'm saying? That gives them something else to talk about. So that's why they want to push her into drinking, and it benefits them when Karen reacts to the things that the things that they say and do to her. So it's kind of like with Candice. They want Candice there because they know Candice is a reactor. Okay, like they are the instigators, and these are the reactors. So they need those other women there in order to give them something to do and to look at and to laugh at and to make fun of.
Yep.
And that's why I love that Karen was not drinking a lot this trip.
She's so smart.
She's very smart.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Miss Tammy George says Monique needs to be fired. Why? Why would you say that, Tammy?
I thought she was talking about me.
Oh, no.
Girl.
Oh, hell no, girl. If she's talking about you, honey, I will burn it down. I will burn it down.
No, there is no show without Monique.
No, there ain't no, honey. That's not gonna happen.
No.
Sorry. It's not about me.
Are there still people saying Monique needs to be fired? That's kind of interesting.
Why does Monique need to be fired? She was in an episode and it was boring without her.
I want to know what their reasoning. I'm confused.
Yeah, I don't get it now. Monique's not even on the. She wasn't even on this episode. She
right. And we still bring her like. Hence why she was never be fired.
Yeah.
Let me tell you something. If Monique was on if that trip was Monique, Karen, and Ashley, that would have been the turn up. Karen would have gotten drunk. Monique would have gotten drunk off her red wine, and they would have been kicking it, having the best time. And you'd see those other chicks just wah. Yeah, they needed Monique for this trip.
They did.
Yeah. Well, Andy Cohen has already come out and said no one's being fired. Okay. So rumors of Candice being fired are false. He said the cast is staying as is intact for next season. As long as everyone agrees to come back, signs their contracts, they're welcome back, apparently.
I think you're for Wendy, Monica. I know she's going to piss me off next episode. I already know this. But I'm going to say this. I think that when we bring Wendy over, I think she's going to be fun. I see little glimpses of fun with her.
Yeah. I mean, and she's just, interesting. The edges, the 4 degrees, the pompousness, the faux pompousness, the broke pompousness, all of it. It's just
interesting. Faux pompous, yes. I need to use that in my daily vernacular.
She's a producer's dream. She's like, the delusions of grandeur. She's a producer's dream. She's not going anywhere.
She needs to crawl out of Giselle's butthole. It's time to
I was about to say, they're going to have to do something about this Big Sister Almighty thing. I can't take it no more. I'm literally over what I feel like are a lot of these women pining to be in Giselle's good graces. And I don't even understand why. She's the person on this show with the least.
Yeah, everything. Least money, least man, least everything.
Style, least house,
least fashion.
But I feel like she is like, for some reason, the favorite person, like maybe by production or something like that. So the other ladies kind of maybe want to be close to that greatness. I don't know. That's just kind of how it comes across.
No, Richie, you're right. You're absolutely right. Because she's on Bravo chat room now. I feel like she's kind of like the Bravo darling. Like, okay, we like her, even though maybe the audience doesn't love her.
Yeah, she kills a green screen. I mean, I'm sure the production loves her. I mean, I'm sure she blows through those days like nothing. It's just, instant for her. So that part makes sense, but I ain't kissing up to no damn body.
Thanks, Buffy.
No.
Yeah. Giselle gets reality TV. She understands her position on the show, understands her role, and she plays it well. She's an antagonist, the bone carrier, and she does a great job at that. So I will give her that.
That's that good Hampton University degree does, honey. That's what Hampton University does.
Is that it?
But is it for?
Richie is so
She
funny.
may be low-key really smart and dressing crazy and doing all that to stay in the blogs and stuff and stay relevant. I don't know.
Yeah, Buffy, you bring up a good point. I'm beginning to think that she dresses super tacky on purpose.
On purpose.
She's being serious. Buffy, I think you're right. I do.
Amir, I mean,
I
you're
don't think
a
she
publicist.
knows.
You wouldn't advise your clients to do.
I don't think she knows.
You don't think so? I'm with you. I don't think she knows.
Listen, if you walk around and listen, I used to honestly, she used to be my favorite person on this show, but I felt like the pattern of what she does has gotten stale. So something has to change, right?
Yeah.
But in terms of, her tagline as being the baddest thing walking, but being the worst dressed walking and talking, it's just, it doesn't work. Like, how do you not? She doesn't know this. She does not know. She thinks this is it.
Someone said, girl, it ain't on purpose. Look at her house.
Good point. You're right. Glitter everywhere.
Y'all are so messy. Y'all are so messy.
Yeah, good point. I mean, the cabin in the woods is a hot mess. It really is. It really is just not up to par for someone you would think on that level.
Yep.
But I want to
Well, I
say
think
this
she
because
has
I
a lot
don't
of
want
yes
to.
people around her. Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Richie.
I don't want to come across as bashing her because I don't dislike her. That's the thing. I don't dislike her.
Right.
I just kind of
Same
am
here.
tired of this mean girl, sorority girl behavior, and I'm looking for something a little bit deeper next season.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
I like. Oh, go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, it's just I want to see her be. If you're going to be a single mom, let's be the single mom. You don't need these relationships. I want to see what that's really like for you.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't feel like we get depth from her.
No. And I don't mind the fun, clean shade, right? But when she starts calling Karen an alcoholic, talking about other people's relationships, and then lying about her own, is when it gets a little bit too, messy for me. That part of Giselle, I don't like. Right.
Yeah.
That's the part I don't like about her.
And she can be fun. Like the whole prank was cute. I mean, the girl trip, that's adorable and fun. And you pre-plan that. And like, it's cute. Like that part of her, I like,
Yeah, and I think outside of this show, she's probably a lot of fun.
Mm-hmm.
I just hope, to your point, Richie, she brings that part in. I hope she stops doing these BS relationships. Like with relationships with social media and TV shows, until you engage, really, keep your stuff on the low, okay?
Right.
Reality show. So if you do decide to bring someone on, you better make sure your stuff is so solid.
Right.
She's not a fool. But I do think she'd be fun to hang out with. I think she would be fun if she wasn't being TV show Giselle.
Right.
Amen.
That's true.
Amen.
Yeah. And she's just
Like
so
when she
mentally.
went home. Remember when she went home to New Orleans?
Oh, yeah, that was great. That was great.
That was kind of real. And now she's coming for Robyn. How can you come for your best friend? And making fun of the engagement with I think she was going to say something derogatory about the ring because she was like, oh, we went ring shopping with Juan. And then she didn't say the next thing. So I felt like that she was hating her a little bit.
She's quite jealous because
I picked up on that, Amir. Yeah, I picked up on that. Okay, so once it becomes apparent that Candice was not going to get out of the hot seat, she kind of mumbles an apology, right? So everyone can move on and leave her alone.
I can't.
So then it's after dinner. The ladies, I'm sorry. So it's after dinner, and the ladies go back to the hotel, and they pull that cute little prank on Wendy. She's all genuinely scared. So that was fun, right?
Mm-hmm.
The next morning, Giselle and Robyn meet by the pool. This is what, once Monique comes back, this is the part Monique wanted to dive into.
My eye was tearing.
Perfectly square.
But you know what? Real talk. This mess worked.
Oh, girl. I'm like, why am I tearing up? I'm like,
you're right, girl.
You were.
Go ahead, girl. Get into character. So, Monique, this is what you wanted to touch on. This is what you're so, hurt about. So the next morning, Robyn and Giselle are at the pool and they're talking. Okay. Robyn basically said, she pulled Karen from her embezzled shoot because she's basically trying to say Karen was too old and looked old in the photos, and she didn't want to use them. They didn't come out right. You know,
she looked so good too.
Monica Messy talking about embezzled.
Her embezzled past. That's amazing.
And that's when Robyn, and they start talking about Karen and Ray's sex life, and Robyn drops the bomb about Karen, you know, admitting once she was a little tipsy that she didn't like Ray's member. She didn't like the way it looked or didn't like it. I mean, first of all, how do we even know that's true?
I'm not buying it. I
don't like it. I don't like that. I don't buy it either. Well, she liked it enough to have Raven.
Correct.
Okay.
Good point. I mean,
unless it was immaculate conception. I mean, I don't know. Karen's pretty damn near amazing, but I don't think she's the Virgin Mary, honey.
No, honey. No.
I mean, how do we even know that's true? Karen was tipsy, according to Robyn. And I just can't see Karen being that tipsy to say something like that.
No.
Who does
that? Like,
yeah.
First of all, that was not even something that ever even aired on the show. So
why y'all bringing it up? Right.
Bringing it up because you're trying to be messy. You're trying to reflect from the fact that maybe your husband doesn't like your stuff. Okay? Because the way he acts with you, you can't tell. And the fact that you would disrespect not just her marriage, but another man on national television who's done nothing to you, that to me was deplorable.
Disrespectful. No home training. Who raised you? Who raised you? Who talks like that? I don't even have those conversations with people I consider close in my life. You know,
Karen said it. I do not. Karen would, no matter how drunk she gets, Karen is not going to talk about the specifics of her man's dick. Okay,
right? Exactly.
Not with them broads.
No.
No.
And not a married dick. Like, listen, I might go on a date with a one-off date and be like, I didn't like his dick. Okay, that's one thing. But to go for someone's merit.
Say that again, married dick. I like that.
No, married dick. That's
married dick is different. Amir,
it's another layer of disrespect.
It's different. Married dick is different. It is.
Yeah. Another layer of disrespect. They're married. They're a couple. Where's the respect? That just goes to show you the respect that those girls have for their Robyn for her upcoming marriage, and Robyn for her man in the phone.
Allegedly, about that marriage.
Storyline.
Well, I mean, Buffy, that sounds like a good children's book. Every dick is different.
It is true.
It's crazy.
Let's talk about that later, Amir.
We will discuss how we can make that a revenue stream.
Collab on that, Amir.
Amen to that, honey. But what I want to say real quick about Robyn that I thought was a little off was that you brought this into the storyline knowing how Karen would feel about it. And again, let's say me and Monique were on a show together, okay? No matter how drunk she ever got and told me whatever, I would never repeat it on TV. You make certain rules with your friends and you don't break them. And no matter what they do to you, and Karen's done nothing to her, and she turns around and does this,
I want to add that it's also not just about what she did to Karen, it's what she did to Ray. Yeah. Because, for him to have to hear that on national television, whether Karen actually said it or not, and I would be hard-pressed to believe that she ever did, the fact of the matter is it's out there. And so this is one of those things in reality TV that's really dangerous, and I'm shocked that Robyn would go here. But then again, I'm not shocked because what else does she have to do? But I feel as though, at a certain point in time, you have to have a line that you just don't cross. And even if you don't establish it within the group, you have to have it for yourself. I'm never going to go here. I'm never going to do this. And to go there when she had such an issue with Ashley just lightly coming after her marriage, because Ashley lightly came after her marriage, not in this way. This is worse than anything Ashley ever did or said to Robyn.
Yeah.
Amen.
Yeah, those girls are not to be trusted. There's no boundaries with them. They'll go any place as long as it's not involving their life, right?
Right.
Yeah. And then they wonder why Karen doesn't trust them, and Karen won't open up to them, and Karen doesn't want to drink around them.
I don't
The same old narrative. Yeah.
I would imagine when Karen sees this, she's going to be hurt. I don't even think she's going to be mad. I think she's going to be really, really hurt, because that's just what that I've never seen something like to that extent on a reality show.
I haven't either.
Mhm.
That was bad.
Pretty low, pretty gutter snipe, very, very, very low. And I expect nothing less from someone like Robyn. I told you, she reminds me of a woman one of my exes cheated with, so I can't stand her. So
You did say that.
I can't stand her either.
I can't. I remember Amira saying that's a good reason.
Is this a good time? Is this a good time for me to tell you all that Robyn's gonna get us some hats? I was DMing with her. Oh God.
He DMs me and he goes, Robyn's actually nice. And I'm like, yeah, sure.
And then this episode happened. And I think I sent her the all about the tea profile. I doubt she's gonna come on as a guest.
I don't think she will. I think no.
She needs to apologize to Ray and to just, girl.
So then Ashley joins the girls, the Green-Eyed Bandits, and she sits down, poolside with them. And they're not happy to find out that Ashley wrote a character statement on behalf of, well, it wasn't really on behalf of Monique. Monique asked her to write it, basically just detailing all of the violent things that Candice did to Ashley. And that's all she did. She just literally wrote the truth, because and this goes back to that law I was telling you guys about last recap in Maryland, that if you're in an argument with someone and they have a violent history, you have the right legally to defend yourself. Right. So here was Monique arguing with this Candice girl who is a violent person. She's a violent history. And, Ashley did, Monique a solid and wrote that statement. And the girls aren't happy. How dare Ashley do that to them? How dare her? Let's dive into it. Buffy, your thoughts.
The Green-Eyed Bandits need to have several seats. Anybody, the police could ask me to write a character statement about Candiace, and I would say petulant child, spoiled, violent, history of throwing knives at people. Husband has to pull her back. Sometimes she can be overly dramatic. She's a cute girl. She's obviously well read, but that's just a plain assessment of who she is as a character. That's not for Monique or for Candice. Right. It's who that heifer is, period.
Exactly. There you go. Richie, your thoughts?
Well, I guess my first thought was, I just don't like how Ashley, once again, has to get it wasn't that she had to get the approval of Big Sisters Almighty. I just kind of felt like she felt like she had to justify why she did it. Well, I did this for Monique because she did it for me, which gives Giselle the opportunity to then accuse Monique of evidence tampering.
Right.
I was like, did you just do that on national television?
She did.
Did you just accuse Monique of destroying evidence for Ashley? Is that what I honestly, I thought it was such a, if you blinked, you missed it. You know what I mean? But I just was like, are you kidding me right now? But for me, I felt like, Ashley, you don't have to do that for them. You don't, if you wanted to do that for your friend, just simply say, she asked me to, and that's my girl. Bottom line, wouldn't you do that for Robyn?
Yeah. Well, Ashley had to remind them that Monique is a mother and a wife, and she can go to jail. And, without batting a lash, Giselle's like, no, she wouldn't be going to jail. And Ashley's like, well, how do you know that? How do you know? This could really have gone left had Monique not got a really good attorney and Candice not hire an ambulance chaser. This could have gone a whole different way. You know?
No, it could. And Monica, remember, she is a famous Black woman on national TV. Judges like to make examples of people that are celebrities.
Exactly.
So
Right.
what if you got a judge that wanted to like make an example of her and put her in jail for a year? I mean, we don't know. The legal system is really up to, and then imagine the jury. How can they have no preconceived notions about a reality star?
Right.
Ashley went into the whole thing that she was basically returning the favor to Monique, because when Michael went through the booty pinching drama, Michael Darby reached out to Chris Samuels' father, and he reached out to Chris Samuels' father and brother and asked them, because they were down there in the basement. Monique didn't have cameras in the basement, and asked them, could they, give testimony and write a statement telling them basically what they saw, which was nothing. So
absolutely nothing.
Yeah, Ashley's mind, she feels like, well, they did that for us. I can return the favor and do this for Monique. I don't see anything wrong with it.
I don't see anything wrong with it either. But Richie, you right though. I know what you about to say.
Secondarily, now Giselle is also like subliminally making the claim that she believes that Michael is guilty.
Right. Yeah.
It's like layer on top of layer, and nobody. I'm like, is nobody else picking this up?
That's why you're here, Richie, because you gonna let people know. Let the people know.
Exactly. You're like the Perry Mason on the panel. Bring it down.
So good.
I didn't pick that up.
I didn't either. I missed it.
No, that's what she was implying. That they've been saying that Michael Darby is guilty. I mean, practically, I don't know, besides Monique, all the other, and Ashley, all the others thought he was guilty. But I have some inside tea for you guys to share. Now I do my research. So in regards to Ashley's character statement, okay, there are some things that need to be clarified. First off, Monique never had working cameras when Michael's booty pinching drama went down. She didn't have working cameras in the basement. She didn't. A lot of people, she said this, but it's the actual truth. She did not have working cameras. Am I echoing? Is it bad? Okay, hold on.
It's okay.
Let me see. Let me make some adjustments. Okay. Is that any better? Let me see.
Yeah, we need to make sure you're crystal clear for this team.
For this team.
It's T. Okay. So when the cameraman listed witnesses, he listed Chris Samuels' dad and brother. They were asked if they saw anything. They both said no. Michael asked Chris, could he write, Chris's dad and brother, could they write statements or what they saw, which was nothing. Okay, we fast forward to October 2019, the fight between Monique and Candice. Monique asked Ashley to be a character witness to show why she would be on guard when dealing with Candice. I mean, Candice has a violent past. This is just what it is. It wasn't about assassinating Candice's character, since it was a factual statement of Ashley's experiences with Candice on and off camera. And I'm being told by a rock solid source that Candice did way more that was captured than what the viewers saw. There was a lot more that went on in terms of Candice's violent behavior with Ashley and other cast members, but we just didn't see it. And all of it was in that statement, which I'm trying to get a copy of for you guys.
And Monica, don't forget, Candice attacked Monique when she was pregnant, telling her to drag her. Remember?
Yeah.
Good
point. She was ready to fight her. She had to be held back. Remember that? Yeah.
And Monique said it then, I'll drag you pregnant, honey. And so she had the baby and then dragged her. So, I mean, if you're talking about truth telling, Monique has been very truthful from the beginning.
She has. She didn't lie. She hasn't lied once, right? That's true. So, listen, one hand, one back scratches the other, however the saying goes. I'm not good with saying since I had my baby. My mind sometimes gets foggy, but y'all know what I'm saying.
We know what you mean.
It's just, I mean, what do these girls expect? And then Giselle had the nerve to tell Ashley, well, this is going to ruin your relationship with Candice. The friendship's over.
Nobody cares.
I know. And my response would have been,
I would like your promise.
Right. Thanks.
oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. What are y'all thoughts on this whole thing? And the ending, that ending scene with Ashley telling the girls and their reaction, how hard they are going for Candice, and they don't even like her. This is all just so they can keep that group solid and they band together and get Monique kicked off that show.
I think Richie's right. Yeah. Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
Ponytail. She took the top part off.
Ponytail. That's what you.
She took that little wraparound off. Hallelujah. Praise Jesus.
Oh my goodness. Monique, sound off on that. What are your thoughts? Is Ashley right to have Monique's back after Monique and Chris had her and Michael's back?
Absolutely. First of all, like Richie said, why are you going to these ass clowns to talk about this first? Why? That's number one. Mm-hmm. Number two. Okay. Now listen. I love Ashley. I love Baby Dean. Michael, I love him because Ashley loves him. But we know he grabbed somebody's ass that day. We know this already, okay? And I said this on the first 2 episodes. Remember I said if Ashley does not have Monique back after Monique stood by her side, I mean, she went hard for her.
She did.
I was deeply disappointed. Ashley is absolutely doing the right thing. You don't know if that woman would have gone to jail or not. And all those women, they were subpoenaed in a courtroom. Now, I don't have a law degree. Okay, I don't have a law degree. Okay. But if I would assume that they would have to tell that incident, and if they lied about it, it would be perjury.
Correct.
So doing nothing wrong at all.
Agree with you. Totally agree. Amir, whose side are you on? Are you team Ashley? Is she doing the right thing? Or team Green Eyed Bandits? Also, comment in the chat.
It depends on whether or not I'm going to get some hats. So let me say this. I am joking. No, I'm team Ashley. I think I just hate to say this. I don't like saying this about grown women. I don't like saying that Giselle told Robyn to say that. But I feel like Giselle told Robyn to bring this up. Talk about her drunk and say she don't like Ray's dick. I just don't think that Robyn's going bowling and not paying taxes. Like I don't know if she's sitting there and is really capable.
Right.
I don't think she is. I don't think
and got a headline and talking about you don't want a segment of the population that actually has money to buy your hats as a representation on your website. Like, you need to call me, girl, because you need some branding and marketing guidance. Mm-hmm. You should have had the Grand Dame in there. Use some Photoshop, baby. Everybody does it. If it was needed. But don't X out. Those are the people that got coins to buy them caps.
Exactly. Pay them.
That's true.
Amir,
photo shoot.
I would have agreed with you until this little moment right here. When Robyn said, when Ashley told them that she was writing the statement, and Robyn looked at her and said, "Oh, because you were in the bathroom. That's what you told them, right?"
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I just kind of felt like in that moment, I was like, "Oh, so this is what you do behind the scenes.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
This is how it works. This is how they coerce someone." And this is just the feeling that I get. Like in that moment, to me, it just became kind of clear. Oh, this is what y'all do. Y'all just bully people into submission until they do what y'all want them to do.
Oh, wow. That's accurate.
That's very astute. Very astute, DJ Richie. Very astute. Thick Girl 40 says, if Robyn don't stop playing using the word chick when describing those hats, I know, right? Girl, bye. Is the funniest thing ever. Girl, those hats are truck stop, souvenir shop worthy at best. So don't ever come for the Grand Dame. I know.
You better tell us, Thick Girl 40.
That was so mean and just
it was mean. It was really mean.
It was stupid.
As if she's not gonna have to Photoshop Wendy's edges. Come on.
Thank you.
Let's be real. Wendy's edges can't even fit in the hat. We gotta Photoshop them shits up. Push it up.
Thank you.
Okay, do the erase around the hairline to fit in the hat.
And also, if you're gonna make fun of someone, Monica, like show an ugly photo. It was like a perfect edited, beautiful,
right.
reading photo. Like,
The photo looked good to me.
Me too.
Me-
And really, you're supposed to be looking at the hat.
I didn't even see the hat. I was like, her hair, the blazer, the skin.
That's what they was
like,
mad about because she looked great.
I just want to know, do y'all think Karen's feelings are hurt by not being included in the embellished photo
No.
shoot?
Free work,
Exactly.
no.
She can't even promote those things on her social media because there's no stock available. How embarrassing.
Oh my God. Hey, man, when we supposed to get our hats? Anyway, when we supposed to
2021.
Spring,
Nothing.
2022.
Girl, I tried. She
Spring,
said
summer.
September. And then I offered her a guest spot on the show, and she was into it. So we'll see.
We'll see.
We're going to crucify her.
And man, if you can get her to come on this show, listen, you're a miracle work, okay?
Oh my God, we can sell some hats.
Thank you for the super chats, everyone. Thank you, Jay. Thank you. All right, let's take some calls, y'all. This episode was something else. There was a lot to unpack. Let's add Toya to the stream. Hey, Toya.
Toya.
You're on
Hi.
mute, honey.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good.
I'm good. So this episode for me, DJ Richie, I watched your video, and you were very generous. I'm giving it a 5. I wasn't really feeling it. I don't know. Maybe it's because of Monique, but every time she's not on an episode, I just feel like it's a little bit dry. And maybe I'm just being biased. I don't know. Anyway, so yes, I'm living for Karen coming for what's her name? Giselle. Because Giselle, in as much as she's very messy, she's not very good at comebacks, right? She could have came back very strong with the whole Jamal thing. She could have said, if I were her, I mean, I'm not expert, I'm no relationship expert, but I would have said, guys, seeing that, I was burnt in the past with him, I'm just kind of taking it slow and this and that. Yeah, her whole thing of, oh, he's busy, I wasn't buying that. It was weak as her fashion, very, very weak, very, very disturbing. And what else? So the prank, I felt like it was corny. I wasn't here for that.
I felt, yes. Good observation, Toya.
Yeah, it was very corny. I was just like, whatever. But I was liking Miss Wendy a lot, right? I think Wendy she's a very chill person. She's a very fun person. If she would just stop with the whole degree thing, I'm higher than you because you don't have a degree. If she would just stop with that, I feel like we would all love her. She has a beautiful family. I love her kids. Her kids are like, like that scene a couple of episodes ago when they were fighting and wrestling each other. That was so cute to me. I was like, okay, this is like a real family with real kids who are just being kids. Okay. Oh, and then with her in the robe at the bar, I was like, yes, girl. That is me. I've never been to Portugal, but if I were to go to Portugal, I would do exactly that. That was cool. So what else? Robyn, I was so disgusted. So here's the first thing that I was like, that kind of threw me off with Robyn, right? She said with the whole embezzlement cap thing, she was like, oh, because I haven't really gotten to know Karen really well. She doesn't open up and this and that. Those weren't her words, but along those lines. You've been on the show with this lady for 5 years now. You're still not close? Come on. And you guys knew each other prior to the show. You might not be close then, but girl, come on. I feel like she knew she wouldn't include Karen's pictures. Why invite her?
Yeah,
she could have just called her and said, I'm doing this thing, so I'm just going to invite so and so, and just move on. Why are you embarrassing her like that? And then to bring up Ray in that whole thing, what does Ray got to do with a tagline and pictures? What did that have to do with anything? Robyn and Giselle are so miserable. It's sad. It is so sad. I cannot those two ladies, and I cannot wait for the reunion. And I hope Monique and Ashley and Karen really brought this reunion, because I'm going to be so mad if those 3 girls did not put these 2 green-eyed bandits in their place. I'm going to be so mad. I'll probably stop watching the show, but so I need them to, to really bring it. One last thing I wanted to say, and I just lost like 3 minutes thoughts. What was the last thing? Oh, Candice and Ashley thing. Besides Ashley trying to, I guess, pay Monique back for what, helping her out with the whole Michael thing. First and foremost, if somebody if there's a chance that Monique could go to prison for what she did, Ashley did a very humane thing by helping her, right? It doesn't mean by actually helping Monique, now Candice is going to prison. No, it's just her looking out for a woman, a mother, a wife. I would have done the same thing. Whether or not she was close to Monique and not close to, and she had issues with Candice, that's besides the point. Candice said in her own words, one of her videos or whatever nonsense she does on the internet, she said she wanted Monique in prison. She wanted her to be away from her kids. Like, how do they not understand why Ashley helped her? I'm just so sick of those two green-eyed bandits. I'm really irritated.
Yeah.
And one last thing, I'm so sorry to take so long, but Monique, Karen, and Ashley are the reason Giselle and this other one, her little puppet, have something to talk about in the show, because their lives are clearly not interesting.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for calling in, Toya. You have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next week, okay?
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, love. Bye. I'm going to add.
Hey, Monica, could I just say something? One thing I must say, I have to say for Wendy, because I'm a Wendy fan right now. Didn't you love how she called her husband to ask what to wear? I thought that was so cute.
Yeah,
that was a nice moment.
That's a real marriage. That's a real marriage moment. I thought that was adorable, because I would have done the same thing. And David would have been like, "Yeah, that look a mess. Take that off."
I love that.
I did like that
Wendy,
too.
Bring us more of that. Bring us more of that, Wendy.
Yes. Of course, you would love that. You're the relationship expert. So anything involving a relationship. No, but it was a real bonding moment, and we don't see it from Robyn. We don't see Giselle calling Jamal. We don't see that, do we? Right? No. Why is everybody's stuff muted?
Oh, because whenever people are calling in, I'm like talking and laughing.
Me too.
Like,
oh my God.
It
just seemed like everybody was muted at the same time. Right? We don't see it from anyone else. So it was really nice. And those are the aspects or the parts of Wendy I do like. Okay, this week I kind of liked her. I have to admit it. She was okay.
Me too. I liked her.
The robe at the bar got me. The robe at the bar got me, because that's really, you on vacay. You like, I don't give a nothing. Yes. I was like, that's real. I could get with that.
Let's enjoy ourselves. Let's have a good time. I'm going to add Mrs. Split to the live. Hi, Mrs. Split.
Hi, beautiful people. How are you?
Good. How are you? How's your voice?
Thank you. I'm good. I really liked Ashley sticking up for the fact that she owned that she was going to end up writing that letter for Monique. However, I think she should have not had told Robyn nor Giselle. It was not their business. It wasn't their place. She should have known that they were going to critique and criticize everything about that topic. And for Candice to act so, I'm so butthurt and broke down about getting my head beat in. She sure feel comfortable enough with picking up that butter knife and that steak knife. Okay. So she could act like she doesn't come from the hood all she wants. She hang around somebody, obviously, that does. Or she has some type of anger that's bent and basically pent up anger, towards her mother, and she needs an outlet, and it's her mouth that gets her into being able to spill out that hatred onto other people. She wants to be a mouthpiece to somebody. She needs to go in and learn how to write, not just sing for herself, but write her words down for other artists. Now, let me get off of that. I also wanted to say I do like Wendy this week. Seeing her get scared, that was very cute. The girls really pulled that off. They threw her off by hiding in the closet, actually. I liked that. let me see here. Robyn bringing up Mr. Ray, she was way out of line. I would have lit her up on a. I don't even like people when they go on live, you know, and light people up like that. But if I was Karen, I would have ripped her to shreds. You do not bring my marriage, my institution, my business, my ultimately also my children, because now my children are gonna call me, Mommy, what's this? And now I gotta defend myself and my marriage to my kids when they should know better, but they don't, because unfortunately blogs have too much sway in people's lives. Not the real ones, not you guys. Let me clarify. I also wanted to just point out the fact that Robyn, she got too much going on in her personal life to be worrying about what Miss Karen, the Grand Dame, is worried and what's going on with Ray and where he putting it. I'm just saying. And isn't Juan allegedly out here chasing his peen down with the Sally walkers and all of that, walking down the street? Hey, okay. Let me not get started on Mr. Juan, because he kind of looks suspect to me on some occasions. Let me say this. I wish all the women well. I do. I wish them well. I hate to see them. They take the fun out of this show. It's no longer lighthearted, kiki fun. Now it's like, oh my God, they really trying to hurt people out here in these streets. And it's not physical. Right. That's the scary part, because you don't see it coming. And so now you looking at everybody with a side eye and you don't know who to trust. And then now they couldn't wait to go back and I think Ashley really did a disjustice with her and Monique's friendship when she went back and told Monique that Karen said she would have pressed charges. And I'm gonna say this because she was too giddy when she said it. She was too excited to go run back and say that. And it should have been I'll say this, it should have been an off-camera moment. It really should have. She should have had let her know, hey, yeah, the girls are gonna say this, and I want to let you know before it come out, because you know Giselle, she gonna spin it to her liking, and I just want to say that. And I just want to let you guys know, you keep doing what you're doing. I see people down in the comments sometimes, they just miserable baddies too, you know. And yeah, I'm talking to y'all. If it don't apply, let it fly, and it is what it is. I'm blessed and never stressed over here. So what you say, bounce off of me and sticks on to you, baby. Y'all keep doing what y'all doing. Y'all stay blessed.
Thank you, honey. You have a great day. God bless you. Bye.
Same to you. Bye-bye.
Oh, honey. Oh, you're so sweet. Oh,
I love that. I love it too. And I'm
gonna add Lakeisha. Hey, Keisha.
Hi.
So pretty.
lady.
So pretty. How you doing?
Oh, thank you.
I got a new ceiling for you guys.
Yes,
My
gorgeous.
bedroom ceiling. Since you like the ceiling.
That looks like a Versailles ceiling. Wait, I told y'all.
I love it. Oh, that's good.
So,
Honey, yeah.
I want to come visit.
I'm in Atlanta, Buffy. I'm right here, Buckhead.
I'm in Buckhead too.
Come on.
Y'all neighbors.
What? You
Yeah.
Buckhead. Ooh, you
find out.
Yeah.
Buckhead.
I need my daughters to listen to your podcast and because they've started their own little business. They have a little business called Joyful Boxes. They're 12. I have
Very
12-year-old twins.
DM me. Real talk.
I will.
Yeah. That's so great.
Thank you. So let me get in on this. You guys know I'm like real comical and silly. I like the mess for the mess. So, and I know you guys are like you take the meat off the bone and you throw away the bone, but I like the mess for the mess. So I do not like that Robyn did. She didn't have to mention that, but it was funny because I was thinking in my head like Ray could barely damn walk. So how is he having sex? I was just like, it's the comical part about it, guys. It's just like I wouldn't mention it, but it made me think like, how are they having sex? Ray could barely scoot along. Then you have
on top, Lakeisha, on top, honey. On top.
I was like, you don't have to walk to have sex.
Listen, I'm trying to tell you, Karen, all type of fine. When you that type of fine, Ray, you gonna have to like flip it, smack it, do all that. He's not doing that. He's not doing
like
that.
you gotta look at pictures of Ray back in the day. Ray was fine.
He was fine. Back in the day, this is now. We talking about him moving, getting it done.
Oh, he
like
moving,
Ray just sitting there, laying there, getting it. Like.
Well, Lakeisha, if Hugh Hefner could do it, he can do it.
Exactly.
Ray probably handle it. If it come out, it might be dust.
Hugh Hefner was moving around. Hugh Hefner was still playing tennis. He was juggling boobs, motorboating, Ray could barely get down his stairs to get his tea, y'all. I love Ray. I don't know. Now, here go another one. You may not like it. Candice literally said her being beat up made her feel that she is now conditioned to have a child. I don't know if you guys caught that one. I'm like,
yeah, I caught it. It was some tomfoolery at its best. Really, girl. That's what
it you didn't beat cancer. You didn't, but now I feel I'm ready to have a child. Like, okay, all right, Candice. That wasn't even a full fight. You got your head smacked a couple of times and your wig pulled. But I think she could probably be traumatized as an adult if she's kind of like almost like the only child, even though she has a younger sibling. So she probably was traumatized about getting that wig pulled.
And first, how's she traumatized?
She traumatized. That's why she's in counseling now from her mom. I think she's traumatized, and I think it's really sad if Candice thinks that makes her, now suitable and ready to be a parent. Like that is a beat child syndrome stuff. Oh, you gotta beat me up, and now I'm ready for the world. Candice.
Candice. She can face the world now. She's been beat up. I mean, it makes total sense to me.
Now, on the other side of that, I want to give her a little bit of praises because they were at the dinner and she actually was being mature. But Robyn told Ashley, she kind of threw both of them up under the same bus and ran it over when Ashley said, when Robyn said, Ashley, that was you. This was you before you had a baby. And Candice was like, thank you, Robyn. Like, it's the truth. She had a raw mouth. And she would cut you just like that. And Candice has a really, really reckless tongue. I mean, it is nuts.
It is.
And
girl.
So, I mean, she apologized and, but I mean, Ashley, that's her friend. I only thing I think about Ashley when it came to the justifying her writing the letter, I would have just been bold and better. I was like, I don't like ass. So I'm finna write with my girl. I don't like you. I'm finna write this note. Actually, I could write a note to say, how wonderful and great Monique of a mother she is. But no, I'm gonna just rip you to shreds because I don't like you. I wish she would just say that. I don't like you. So I'm I'm just gonna screw you on the other end because you've done it to me. You called me a bed witch, you called me a roach. I'm having a baby and I'm trying to let shit go. But now you want to have a baby and you want me to be sensitive to you.
Lakeisha, my backstage is getting filled up, darling.
Okay.
You can hang out there. If we're still on, I'm gonna bring you back on. If you have time. Okay.
Monica, we gotta bring up Sharon's point because it's important. Sharon Kennedy, I agree. You all are so quick to count older people out. You will get older one day if you are lucky. There's more than one way to do anything. You do what works for you. You keep loving and living. I think it's important to note, I don't want us to bash Ray for being older. Older people be getting it in. They have a 20-something year marriage. Yep. And I think it's important we don't, age bash because I believe Ray is getting it in and it was still disrespectful. So I want to just point that out.
No.
And look at all these people in these old folks' homes getting STDs.
Hello.
So
and having
they're the highest rated group of catching
and
STDs
having threesomes
right
stuff.
now.
Yeah.
And old folks. So they get it in.
Saying Ray's not getting it in. I'm just saying Ray not doing it like Ray was doing it. That's all. I just say
that's just natural though. That's natural. A lot of young people.
She's just not gonna let it go.
She ain't letting it go.
I love
They think they
love Ray Care, but Karen is lit. Do you understand? I'm not even gay, but I'm like, Karen can get it. You know, like,
yeah. I see your point.
I see your point. I see your point.
I just know he ain't flipping around and doing. He's not lifting, flipping, and smacking and slopping and he's not doing.
You don't know that.
She's saying it ain't working.
Yeah, they got that blue pill. They got that blue pill.
Exactly.
Oh yeah, the pillow.
Okay, yeah, he may take a couple little pills. You never know now.
Girl, I'm done. Okay, bye, honey, bye. No, you know,
I'm gonna point that out.
A lot of young people
get old one day.
Yeah, a lot of young people always assume, you know, when I was 30, I had a 25-year-old call me old, and I was like, huh? You know, a lot of young people always assume that they won't age. We all age. It's a natural process of life. They think they aging backwards or something. I don't know.
Right. If we're
and when you get older, you know more about the body and what you're doing. Where you might not have to flip to get the same result.
Right.
Jamie Foxx taught me about that. Google Jamie Foxx and Fantasia at the Grammy singing. The way he sang the Fantasia and the lyrics that he said, you'll know what I'm talking about.
We do.
Did you see that performance? He said, you saw it too, DJ, huh? You saw it? You know what I'm talking about? When they were at the Grammys, he says, you know, I know what your body feels like. I know, you know, how to. Anyway, just Google it. Listen to it. Okay.
And then you will know.
Apparently, Jamie Foxx is packing too, according to Garcelle.
Well, did you see what was that movie? When that one scene,
yes.
With him, you know what I'm talking about. What was that?
Yes, I did.
Buffy, okay.
I did.
Did you?
All you gotta do is sing to me and I'm good.
Girl, I was like, what?
Yeah, Jamie Foxx is in shape. He looks like he knows how to rearrange in the uterus. I mean,
he can do it. I'm married.
He knows how to, you know, okay. Just figure it and shit, you know. Anyway.
Monica, oh my God.
He does. Have you seen that man? He's a mandingo. He's a stallion.
Yeah, he's a stallion.
Miss Kaiser Sose, thank you so much for the super chat.
Thank you.
Candice is wig pull.
Not with the microphone. Girl.
Oh
my God. But yes, I saw
it. Monique.
I'm sorry, guys.
Girl, that's okay.
I'm gonna behave.
You can sell her hats at her wedding. That's amazing.
Who said that?
Candice's wig pull with the good glue has her wanting that storyline with wanting to have kids next year. Since Robyn want to be ugly, she can sell her hats at her wedding and have Chris's fish plates at the reception. I know that's right. That is hilarious. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
And I'll say it again, fish plates with Wonder Bread, and I'm not.
Goddamn right. That's the only way to eat it.
Oh
We're not mad at that. It sounds good right now.
You can order me up one. I'll send it back if it ain't no white bread.
Exactly.
I'm from Valdosta, Georgia.
But you're a country girl. You gotta have that white bread. I know that's right.
White bread.
Yes, you do. We got judged.
Like, one more caller to the live, and then we're gonna wrap things up, guys. Hey, friends. Liz, how you doing? You're on mute.
Hello.
Hey, how are y'all today?
Good. How are you?
Y'all looking great. I hope y'all enjoying this Monday. It's beautiful here in Baton Rouge. But I'm gonna be really quick so I don't get cut off this time, Monica. Girl, you just cut me off, girl.
Yeah, girl. You go on forever, girl.
I know.
I love you to death.
That's the lawyer in me. That's them 3 degrees. You get to talk.
Oh, that's what that is. Okay, I know that's right.
Okay, but seriously, Giselle, I don't even have much to say about Wendy this time. Like y'all said, I liked Wendy this week. The pranks were funny. They were kind of corny, but it was in all good fun. And I'm like, but how did she get a key to her room? That's kind of sketchy. I don't want you just to give a key to my room. You don't know what she was going in there to do. That's kind of security issue. Giselle is just being her bitter, childish, and insecure self. Y'all know why Giselle gets the platform that she gets. We don't want to talk about it, but we need to talk about it. She's light-skinned, has colored eyes, and she's pretty. So she is the face. But that doesn't mean that she has a good personality or she can dress. She has none of the above. And like somebody said in the comments, she's not doing it on purpose because that house is a whole tacky hot mess. That house is just the pits. Her looks gave her ticket, but I really do want what you all just touched on. It was in my notes. I really hate her and Robyn with this ageism. It sucks. And they are not spring chickens. Like y'all are like are like what age wise? There's probably what, a 5-year difference, maybe 8 years between them and Karen. There's not that much of a difference. And if Robyn really wanted youth, she should have gotten Giselle's girls. If you wanted to play to a younger crowd, go all the way. But don't bring it up at the end and say, you knew how old Karen was when you asked her to be there for free. For free. You asked her to do it for free, and then you're going to say, oh, we're going to leave her out. That is tacky and immature. Ashley, like the last caller said, I like her because of her honesty and transparency. And I wanted her to just say, girl, I just don't like the heifer, and I wrote what I wrote. What you gonna do about it? Like, write what you wanted to write. When she explains herself, she stumbles over herself, and she gives them those openings to make the speculations that they make on her relationship, on Michael's alleged transgressions, and on her relationship with Monique. So she keeps giving them this fuel, and I want her to stop that. Candiace, just immature, delusional. She lacks such self-awareness. And I really, really want her to take therapy seriously before she goes to get a child, because she is going to pour all of that into her and that poor baby. Like, I don't want another Candice roaming this earth, y'all. Can you imagine? Like, people have upheld her in her BS for so long, she can't even apologize. And I'm sorry, I don't think she was like Ashley. Ashley was never that vile. Candice is vile. The things she says are horrible. Like, I know y'all have talked about it before, but I don't even like when people say FML, y'all. I don't want anybody wishing death, even on themselves. Like, the power of the tongue is serious. And Candice goes way too far. She cannot acknowledge her wrongs, and I just don't even see how she can do that. She tried to run over her own husband. So yes, character-wise, she is violent. Y'all don't remember that year? Like, Chris was trying to talk her down in the doorway, and she was like, "I'll run over your foot." She has issues. Before she has a baby, she needs anger management. Lastly, Robyn. Why is Robyn the only one who ever hears something about a dick? I think she is making this up. Because remember last year, she was like, he said, I want to suck his dick. Girl, why you always hear the dick conversations? You always there for the dick conversations. Why?
Why? Because she's not getting any.
I know, she's not. And the last thing is with Juan. Y'all, I just want Juan to go and marry her to these kids to get to be 18, because that's when he gonna leave, and he can just file his taxes married but filing separately, because that's what he gonna do. And I am here for it. I think that's what he should do. Keep your money separate, Juan, and go and make her an honest woman, so y'all don't have to keep shacking up in that townhouse. But that's all. Y'all have a good day.
You too, honey. Thank you for calling in. Bye. All right, y'all.
Can I just say something though? Yes. You know, I have an issue when people make it about light skin, light eyes, and all that.
I know.
Because
you like skin. I know. Defend your people, girl.
I think, I just want to say, because Giselle, dark skin, light skin, she's a pretty woman on the outside. Inside, something different. But I don't want us to go and look. I'm sorry, I'm defending ageism and colorism, because it's not always about light skin versus dark skin. And we ain't about to talk about people getting older like it's a bad thing. I'm just going to say that. Sorry, Monica, I had to get that off my chest.
No, I appreciate
Good job.
it.
Agree.
I agree with you totally. And people are people, black people, white people, whatever you are, we just need to stand united as a human race, right? And Giselle is a pretty, well, I honestly, I don't think she's that cute on the outside. I don't like her neck. She's a turkey neck. Besides the neck, she's okay. You know, she's all right. But the inside is ugly. So once the inside is ugly, it's hard for me to see the beauty on the outside, you know?
Right. But the only person that can put her in her place, Monica, is Portia Williams. Because Portia's been kind of putting her in her place on Bravo chat room and kind of calls her out. I feel like Portia needs to call her and be like, don't wear snakeskin leggings with white heels.
Like, she's scared of Portia. I think she's scared.
That's slippers.
Yeah.
Yes! You can do no wrong, Monique.
Yeah, she's scared of Portia. She's scared once that camera stops rolling, Portia might beat her up or something. Yeah. So she watches what she says around Portia.
That part.
Absolutely. Okay, so this was fun as usual. I wish we could be here all day. Buffy, how can they find you?
I have a new YouTube channel called Just Being Buffie. We have broadcasts every Sunday at 3 p.m. We're dropping financial and lifestyle gems every broadcast. Please join us. And then JustbeingBuffie.com has all my social.
Awesome. Richie, how can they find you?
FYI, I just followed you, Buffy, on. I just subscribed to your YouTube page while we were on here, so I'm supporting. Make sure y'all do it too.
Absolutely.
You guys can find me. Make sure you guys follow me on Instagram. That's pretty much the only place I am outside of YouTube. DJ Richie Scott.
And Monique, how can they find you, darling?
You know what? I'm kind of like Richie, honestly. I'm really more on Instagram at Cocktails and Confessions. I do TikTok at Cocktails and Confessions. And of course, you already know about the book. I'm going to keep talking about reality and chaos.
Yes.
I love you guys. Like, I just love being with you guys, laughing with you guys. You guys are like family. I just love y'all. Y'all make my day. And also all the viewers. You guys make my day too.
Hearts, hugs. You know how I feel about you. You're my boo. You know, we text, we talk. You give me good advice. You're just a wonderful person. You're the bomb. You know that.
You too, Monica.
Yes. I love the whole panel, actually. This is actually it's rare that you get a group of people together and we have great chemistry. We all seem to think alike in terms of maturity level, right? We have good hearts. And we are genuinely good people. I'm not trying to toot our own horns, but we really are good people. The vibes are just good. The energy's good. Amir, how can they find you, darling?
On that note, Monica, I've been on a lot of these panel shows and I always end up rolling my eyes at some point. I love it. Like, I think we're all so in sync that we're all on the same page and I appreciate that. Y'all can find me at Amir Yas Official on Instagram and TikTok, and DM me if it's not weird, I'll respond. So
it's not weird.
You gotta be really weird for Amir to think it's weird. Yeah, Amir's TikToks are the bomb, as well as Buffy. Those two are like TikTok sensations.
We gotta do some stuff together on TikTok.
Let's do it.
Seriously. Y'all can find me on the blog. I'm allaboutthetea.com. You can email me at editor@allaboutthetea.com. I'm on Instagram. It's allaboutthetea. I'm on Twitter. You know what? I'm more active on Twitter than I am on Instagram. I post on Twitter all day long because it's easy for me.
Yeah.
You know, it's a lot easier to reply. With Instagram, it literally takes me 15 minutes to create a post. So by the time I do that, it does. It's just too much.
Yeah.
But I like Instagram. Instagram is, to me, where everybody's at. That's the hangout spot, right? So I'm on Twitter. It's all
right, Amir. I like TikTok.
I gotta get into it. My daughter does the TikTok videos with the food. She does a lot of food videos on there. Yeah. But it takes a long time to create a TikTok video too. It's not like just 1, 2, 3. Yeah. Amir, so kudos to y'all that are TikTok stars. Twitter, I'm at all about DATEA. Teacups, I love you all. Thank y'all for rocking with us today. Moderators, thank you for the crowd control. You're amazing. I want everyone to stay safe, be blessed, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye, y'all. Bye. See you next week. Bye.